Good afternoon. Coach Olton Downs, going into my third year at New Manchester High School, my 21st year coaching football overall.
My name is Colin Bussey. I've been starting at New Manchester since I was a sophomore. I got 20 offers.
I'm Morris Williams, returned my senior year. I was starting at New Manchester since like the end of my freshman year.
Delancey Alexander, QB1 for New Manchester. Been starting quarterback since my sophomore year, and I'm committed to FIU.
My name is Deion Jones, class 26 safety. I've been starting since my sophomore year.
Jacoby DeJesus. I've been starting since my freshman year, and I'm committed to Liberty University.
John Nikibi. I've been playing starting varsity O-line since my sophomore year, and I'm looking for offers.
All right, Coach. Talk to me about your team goals and your outlook for the season.
Going into this 2025 season, like every year, our goals are adjusting, and we return a significant amount of starters to our football team. So we're looking to take this team to the next level. When I took it over from 0-10 to 4-6 to 8-3 this past year, so we're looking to get over the hump right now. And the biggest thing is we need our seniors, our really good football players, to become great leaders on the football field and in the building, and to help us take that next step to where we want to be, become region champions.
Perfect, Coach. Now, how do you think your team has changed since last season?
Since I've been at New Manchester, this will be the strongest team we've had since I've been there. So the biggest thing for us is growing the player leadership and guidance, direction, and just attacking that mental aspect every day with our kids to give their best.
And then, do you know how many returning starters you have from last year?
Returning starters, obviously on the defensive side, we returned 7. On the offense, we returned 6.
Talk to me a little bit about your key veterans and any key newcomers you got.
Key veterans, these young men right here, kind of been a staple since day one since I've been here, helping really turn around this program. I think everything for us, like I tell every day, Delancey, he's a QB1. He kind of leads the offense. We'll come and go just how he comes to work every day, setting his mindset. And defensively, we got Colin Bussey, who's defensive end, setting it up front for us. Morris Swims is one of our better football players, small in stature, but very high football IQ, plays at a high level. And so kind of get overlooked sometimes by his size, but brings a lot to the table. And Mr. Deion Jones has been there as a sophomore, leading us on the back end, work on the communication, lead us in that direction there. Jacoby DeJesus has been a really good receiver. Look for him to grow, and not just affecting that wide receiver room, but overall in the whole offense, and getting Mr. Donald Nikibi. It's a big tackle there, 6'6" there. Take the next evolution to get off this line where we be a dominant force at all times, running the ball and passing the ball.
Fantastic to hear, Coach. Now, how do you see your team stacking up against the rest of the region this year?
We got a very tough region. Last year, we lost 2 games in the region, East Paulding and Rome. Games we thought, we had a shot, and we just kind of, struggled down the end. I would say the good thing, we have those 2 teams at home this year, so that's something that's positive there. We got to go to Villa Rica, a game that was very, very tough, that we won in overtime, so that's going to be a very, very tough ball game. And the biggest thing for our guys right now is, after last year, the expectation to win is there, but then is that same expectation to win versus all teams there, and taking that next mindset to the next level that we expect to win and dominate in all our ball games.
Well, and what areas of the team do you see as your biggest strength heading into the season?
Right now, our biggest strengths, they can change day to day, dealing with teenagers and our mindsets, how they may come to work. Right now, I would say like our linebacker crew is probably the most strongest, most balanced. We've got the most depth at that position there. So looking for really, really good things and for them to push each other each day.
Okay. I'm going to go to ask you players a question. You mind passing the mic? Why do you think being a student athlete is so important?
So important being a student. Like, first, getting to college, you got to have high GPA. So staying in the books is a very good way to get in school. Not, not just being an athlete.
Okay.
Right.
What are some personal goals you have for this season?
Personal goals. First, I want to meet more people in the gap. So I'm undersized. You know, getting big hits will make colleges look at me, and yeah, make more plays.
What? How do you feel your leadership qualities have helped shape the team?
Overall, my leadership, I feel like it brings the team together. Overall, as a team, I feel like from last year to this year, we have come together more as a team and have built a better connection overall with offense and defense. But for me, I feel like just picking the team up and bringing out what players don't know they have in them and bringing it out of them.
What are you most excited for this season?
I'm most excited for to win region. I know we're gonna win region. 10-0.
All right. What are some of your personal goals for the season?
I'd say some of my personal goals are like just showing people that like I got better, and you know, just because some people, you know, they think like, you know, like I can't make a D1, I don't try hard enough, but just to show people like I really care, and that like this is really means something to me.
All right. Real simple. What's your max deadlift?
Max deadlift,
Yeah.
deadlift so
All
far.
right. What's your max bench then?
My max bench right now is like 295.
Okay. And then I'm gonna hand it over to Derek. He's got a couple questions for you guys as well.
Look, Duke the coach. Year 3, kind of sort of like the pivotal year. You done had these kids for 3 years. Kind of talk about that and how they know you now and you know them. You know.
Well, it's year 3. We definitely well acquainted with one another. And right now, I say we kind of know what buttons to push, what makes guys go and what not, how they go, things to say. Like I say, it'd be the biggest, the strongest team we've had, the most experienced team we've had. But with that, they're still children, so every day, you know, it's like starting all over sometimes, you know, with certain things, knowing the expectations and how we do certain things. But I would say the mindset has changed the most. Just, you know, saying, going from not expecting to win to compete, to know we having a shot to win, and now, hey, we can play with anybody and having that mindset. So very eager to see how these guys go out and play. Like I say, every day is a new day. We're dealing with teenagers.
Yeah. Last year, first round of the playoffs, you went to Evans, first half, right there, second half, not. Talk about what you think they learned from that game and how that can carry over to this year.
I think we, as coaches, push so much about making the playoffs and improving. I honestly think some of our senior some players were really satisfied to get there from where they actually had started from. And now it's the next evolution. You know, things come in steps.
Right.
And, you know, trying to take it to the next step there past that. You know, that was a big achievement for them to become from an 0-10 to a 4-win season to say, hey, we made the playoffs. But, you know, we don't want to just make the playoffs. We want to play deep in the playoffs.
Right.
And so that's a difference in the mindset and the kind of the goal standard from there. And I would say the Lakeside Evans game is kind of about like our East Paulding game, you know. We're in the game, arguably should be winning the game, and then just kind of fell down the stretch, didn't make some plays we need to play, kind of similar to our Rome aspects. So I think some of those things are just the mindset, learning how to finish, learning how to compete, finding a way to win, and tough ball games, games where you know it's going to be really, really tough. And I think that's just the mindset we got to come in every day to practice with.
Right. DJ, talk about him, and this is his second year under you, and you know his leadership, how he's grown from that.
All right, 1 second. I'm sorry. What's the senior player award name again? Is it Maxwell? Not Maxwell.
No, the Howard Thompson.
Howard Thompson.
Yeah.
All right, read that to me again. All right. You can read it to me again?
Oh,
Y'all
yeah.
read, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
DJ, his second year with you, second year in the program. Kind of talk about what you expect of him from his leadership standpoint and from his athletic ability standpoint.
Okay. DJ is a very talented young man, and he's had a lot of people come recruit him, look at him, and he's got to be our leader. As QB1, he touches the ball every single play, sets the guidance, direction, and he's talked about how he's won to win this Davis County Senior Player of the Year award. We basically say, hey man, this is what they're looking for, you know. Hey look, you need to average about 300 yards passing the game. You got to run this ball. You need to rush about 100 yards a game. And one of the more athletic guys out there, and colleges are looking for him to run the ball. So I kind of let him know, hey man, you're gonna have to be the difference maker. You're gonna have to run this ball for us. 10 to 15 times a game. And all the best quarterbacks in college football, NFL football, they can throw and run in too.
Right.
And so that's just a category he's got to fit in, and we know he can do it.
Right. Obviously, you graduated a good receiver, but you got him coming back, and you got also Gifford coming back. Talk about what you expected them stepping up as the wide receivers now.
Yes, we lost George Saab last year, and we have Jacoby coming back. And Jacoby's been here all 4 years as a starter. Has great production, but now we need him to, step into the the guy role, and not just one of the guys. And Adrian's been a great compliment. Adrian has great hands, a basketball player. His freshman year is the first year playing football, so he's got some impeccable ball skills. And by him playing basketball, just understanding how to sit in zones. Right. So his football IQ has really, really grown. He's become a student of the game. So that's very, very great to be a third-year player. Right. And so, challenge Jacoby to kind of help bring Adrian along in some areas because he just hasn't been playing the game there. But they've been great together. Right.
Talk about running back and who's your running back, or is it running back by committee, or one guy you gonna get a ball to, or what's
At running back, we kind of been running back by committee. We got a lot of different guys that touch the ball and bring different assets to the table. Right now, we've been playing with our senior Larry Horton. He played a little defensive back. He's come to the running back side. Does a good job of catching the ball on the perimeter. Very, very quick and elusive. We got a rising sophomore tailback. Chico Wendell Sr. That brings a lot to the table. We also have another running back, AJ Rogers, had a little knee injury, so he'll be back later in the season, more September, Octoberish. So right now we're kind of running back by committee to get things going, but we've got time.
I noticed you got your nephew, you got some other players who played at Newman. You bring them back to talk to these guys about the next level and all of that. How important is that to tap into those type of resources so these guys can hear it from guys they see playing on Saturday and Sunday?
Well, these young men, they want to play on that level, and it's important to bring them around, let them talk, so they understand what's required, the things that they go through, how they work, and just understanding like they're not the only ones going through it, but there's a lot more work and sacrifice that's got to be put forward to get those things there. And it's not always fun. Right. We're working for a goal, and it's one of the only sports in football where you practice way more than you'll ever play to see it.
Right. What area you feel like you got to get better at if you're going to make that leap to the next level?
For us to make that next leap, we've got to be able to run the ball in crucial situations and move the chains. We've got to be able to play great special teams, and that be something that wins for us. And looking at our 3 losses, that's things that we couldn't really do. We couldn't really run the ball when we needed to, all right? And we had some type of special teams blunder that may have cost us a play or first down in those games that, pushed the game in the opposite direction for us.
What's the makeup of the offensive line? How is that looking? You definitely got the skill, guys. What about the O-line?
Well, O-line is one of the biggest O-lines we've had, one of the strongest. We've got about 6 or 7 guys that's playing on the O-line, and right now just finding the right chemistry. The good thing is we do have some good competition to push each other, and we've got to be able to run the ball. Right now I feel like we could throw it versus anybody, and we can run it in certain situations. But can we run it when the defense knows we're going to run it?
Can you pass to DJ? DJ, senior year, you've been around Douglas County, everybody knows you. Second year in the program, 2 consecutive years. Kind of about, are you ready now to really make this team yours, and how are you going to do that?
Yes, sir. Overall, and I talk to college coaches about this all the time, from the school that I came from, which is Chapel Hill, to here, was a big jump for me and a big change for me overall, just with the coaching staff. Under Coach Downs and Coach Jack, the quarterback coach and the OC, I have learned a lot about the quarterback position and just how to be a leader overall with a team, with a whole team. Just knowing that I am the quarterback of the team, and I had to figure that out really early when I came to New Manchester. So just being like friends with my teammates is not the only way to go. You do have to lead in a way of taking accountability for everything just being on your teammates all the time, 24/7, just being there for your team overall outside of football, and that's the biggest thing I had to learn overall with the team. But I do feel like my leadership with the team has grown stronger overall, just from the year that the past year that has passed to now. It has grown stronger.
With this being your second year, how much have you learned to trust these guys to do their job, so you won't have to put too much on your shoulders?
I can't say the trust has grown very, very strong from the year past to now. Last year I did bring a receiver with me because I didn't know my teammates at New Manchester when I moved. But once the season went on, I feel like the trust has grown. Just on the offensive side, I can trust my O-line. I can trust Donald. I can trust just everybody on my O-line, I feel like. And with the skills position, Jacoby is one of my main guys on the offensive side. I trust him to take control of the receivers and let me do what I have to do with the O-line so we can work hand in hand together. So I feel like that has made a big impact on the offense for us overall. And on the defensive side, I know that MJ and Dion will do their part. So I feel like everybody that's standing here right now has a big impact on the team.
Right. Pass it to Jacoby. Not Jacoby. Yeah, that's Jesus. Yeah. Like you said, George is gone. Are you ready to now step in that role and be the main receiver?
Yes, sir. I feel like last year, George was the main guy, but I feel like I had some key plays in the game, and I feel like I was the guy. So this year, I'm just willing to show I'm really that guy. I'm ready to step up. And yeah.
How about the connection you and DJ have with each other? The quarterback, wide receiver. How has that grown over the course of the year?
I feel like we've grown really close. Me and DJ, we hang around each other, and that's just my guy. I wouldn't see nobody else. I see DJ, man. But yeah, that's it.
All right. And press number 9 right here. Tell me what you learned from that second half, or what you learned from that Evans game that can make y'all better this year, and if y'all get in that situation again, that y'all can close the deal.
We just gotta execute. We gotta go hard. We started out good in the first half. We was playing good. Went hard. Just let up. Gotta execute. Finish the job.